Francis was born during the wedding.
I changed my mind. And it made me the happiest man in the world.
Lois went into labor in the middle of the ceremony and refused to leave because she wasn't going to let her child be born out of wedlock.
The blessed state of matrimony is a sacred place.
She held on through the vows, through the ring exchange, and Francis arrived the moment she was legally married. And from that moment forward, everything between him and Lois is a negotiation about who is responsible for what.
You put the baby in the closet?
You left the milk out on the counter?
4 years later, Lois goes into labor with Malcolm and tries to drive herself to the hospital. Francis, sitting in the passenger seat, decides she's lying, that she's actually taking him to get injections. He locks himself in the car and sings,
"Say you're sorry!
Open the door!
Say you're poopy!"
while Lois gives birth to his brother in the front yard. By the time Francis is a teenager, he has set a car on fire, slept with his girlfriend in Lois and Hal's bed, and gotten multiple nose piercings after Lois explicitly told him that one piercing meant military school.
Do you hear me?
Marlin Academy, Alabama. Francis arrives and immediately finds the one person in the building worth fighting.
These aren't the proper slides. Some hooligan has switched them.
Commandant Spangler, who runs the academy with a hook where his right hand used to be and a total inability to tolerate anyone he can't control. Francis is exactly that.
Remember, son, a good soldier always checks the chamber.
Their dynamic is the best thing Marlin Academy produces. Spangler tries to break Francis. Francis undermines the system. Neither wins completely, and neither can stop.
Now, this is obviously some ingenious scheme to humiliate me.
The Spangler relationship is more complicated than it looks. In one episode, Francis maneuvers Spangler into a conversation about his mother.
There was so much I wanted to tell her, but she was gone.
That ends with Spangler crying and calling her for the first time in years. Francis watches this happen and, at the end of the episode, says something unexpected.
I mean, all those years I blame my parents for every senseless act of self-destruction. And all this time I was at least partially responsible for a couple of them.
In another episode, Francis finds Spangler drunk on the couch the night before a visit from his hero, Oliver North.
The man is a national hero. He has done so many things.
Spangler is convinced he's a failure, too terrified to meet the man he spent his career trying to emulate. Francis could leave him there. Instead, he invents an entire evening.
Sir, get up. Sir, please stop wriggling.
Tells Spangler the next morning that the two of them stayed up all night laughing and drinking scotch, that North told him to call him Ollie.
If I may say so, sir, you were the happiest I have ever seen you.
Well, you may.
Spangler believes him completely. Francis walks away. That's who Francis is at his best.
Slept through his visit, sir. You guys were up all night talking.
He lies, but out of kindness. What the Marlin years show, more than anything, is that Francis doesn't fight for himself. He organizes hunger strikes for the other cadets.
We've been cleaning and drilling for 36 hours. I think by law we're supposed to be allowed to sleep.
He covers for people. He fights because there's something worth fighting for. And that instinct, when it has a proper target, is what makes him good at things. Francis is, by any measure, a terrible older brother. In one episode, he comes home for the weekend with an extra wrestling ticket, sets Malcolm and Reese against each other, makes them do his chores and homework.
Happy dance, we love to do the happy dance.
Watches them humiliate themselves competing for the spot, and then takes a girl he likes instead.
Amateurs.
What? He was never going to take either of them. He just enjoyed watching.
Happy dance, we love to do that.
But there's a moment that shows the other side of it. The family has fallen apart for a day.
Is Malcolm here?
Huh?
Malcolm!
Everyone doing whatever they want, nobody taking responsibility, and Malcolm calls Francis from his bedroom, convinced everything is falling apart. Francis immediately says,
They don't have their scapegoat around, so everything goes to hell. No one realized that I'm the one who held this family together.
Malcolm thanks him and hangs up. Francis thinks he helped with sage older brother wisdom. What actually happened is that Malcolm grabbed the word scapegoat and used it to fix everything himself.
I did a terrible thing today. I tore this family apart.
Francis gave him exactly the right idea for entirely the wrong reasons. That's the relationship. Francis knows his brothers better than he thinks he does. He just doesn't always know why. Francis emancipates himself in season 3.
No, I didn't want it to come to this, but there's only so far a person can be pushed.
You don't have to persuade me. This is exactly the kind of injustice the
the Alabama legal system was designed to address now.
His friend Eric leaves the academy for a logging job in Alaska, and Francis follows. He finds an unscrupulous Alabama lawyer, forges his parents' signatures on the legal documents while the lawyer watches without blinking and walks out.
Hello? Well, he's in with the client right now. Can he call you back?
He comes home one last time before leaving.
You want pain? I got your scars, baby. 3.5 years in that horrible school. We went without for that school!
The goodbye with Spangler is strange and brief.
Your insolence and stupidity have been the irritating grain of sand around which has formed the pearl of my renaissance.
Spangler tells Francis he was the most blockheaded, most committed to avoiding learning student he ever had. Then he thanks him.
But you've left your mark here in your own way. So what the heck?
He hands Francis a ceremonial knife. Francis waves it around in gratitude.
Thank you so much.
No, careful, that's razor.
Blade takes off Spangler's remaining hand. That night, Francis climbs through the bedroom window of his brother's.
Hey, it's good to see you guys. I really missed you.
Malcolm tells him emancipating himself is basically divorcing the family. Dewey, without a word, throws him his pillow. The last fight with Lois is the whole series in miniature.
This is what you get. This is what you get for the way you treated me. I'm going to Alaska, and you're going to be left without a son, and the horrible way you treated me is now a matter of public record.
Hal hugs Francis and says he tried. Alaska is the weakest chapter of Francis's story, and the show knows it.
You don't steal, you don't backtalk, and you don't socialize with the Eskimos.
His boss, Lavernia, is a pure tormentor with no dimension. What it gives him is two things: genuine physical labor, and Piama, who he marries after 1 month.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Well, come on, Mom. You can at least try and be happy for me. I'm sorry.
Lois reacts as expected, but Piama is the one person in Francis's life he doesn't have to fight, perform for, or hide from.
I mean, what are we going to come outside, baby? I'll show you my treehouse.
Francis and Piama run out of money on a road trip and end up stranded at a New Mexico gas station with $5. A German man named Otto pulls up, is charmed by Francis's broken down car, and offers him a job as foreman at his dude ranch nearby.
Look me in the eye. Yeah, I can tell. It is the job for you.
This is the best version of Francis. At the grotto, with Otto and Gretchen as his bosses, Francis is competent, respected, and genuinely happy. Otto treats him like a son, warmly, without conditions, with the patience that Lois never had and couldn't have given the circumstances.
If you want to hammer a sandwich to the wall, you can do it.
Francis rises to it. It's also at the grotto, years in, that Francis finds out something Lois never told him.
You dumped me off and you left me with this monster? Francis, it's not the way you're thinking.
She had left him at his grandmother's house for 6 months when he was small. He never knew. He finds out from Ida. It doesn't settle anything between him and Lois, but it does reframe things.
You waited till I was 15 before you kicked me out for good. That must have been so hard for you.
The best moment of his time at the ranch comes when he helps Otto repair the relationship with his estranged son.
You have to stop this.
There is nothing to stop because there's nothing wrong.
Francis explains, without irony, that he is an expert in pointless family conflicts. He fixes for Otto what he could never fix for himself.
He is such a wonderful boy. He is so sensitive. He is so bright.
I'm gonna get Schloopy a phone.
Then Francis pulls Hal aside at Christmas and tells him the truth.
I got fired from my job and I'm totally broke. What?
Otto discovered that the ATM Francis had been using to deposit the ranch's money for months wasn't an ATM. Otto sued him. Francis has been broke for weeks and has been performing happiness ever since to keep Piama from finding out. The grotto storyline ends off screen in a whispered confession. It's worth saying directly, this is one of the series' genuine narrative failures. Otto suing Francis is out of character.
I swore that I would never do that to my son.
2 seasons of warmth and mentorship, a man who trusted Francis with everything, who treated him as the son he'd lost, and it ends with a lawsuit over an honest mistake. The fan community noticed, and they were right to. Otto's actor was ill and couldn't continue filming. That's the real reason the storyline ended when it did.
Things will begin to happen again starting now.
A better version would have had Otto retire to be with his son, the reconciliation Francis made possible, and hand Francis the ranch on the way out. Seasons 6 and 7 are the low point. Francis is unemployed in San Francisco, blaming everything on the wrong things.
It's just not working at all!
And regressing to the version of himself he'd spent years trying to leave behind. He has no antagonist, no mentor, no proper target for the instinct that makes him good.
It's really nice to know that as a toddler, your own mother couldn't wait to get rid of you.
Without those things, he just drifts. Then, at the graduation ceremony, Francis pulls Hal aside and tells him something he's been keeping for 2 months.
You got a job? For the last 2 months. It's
at this giant corporation.
Cubicle, numbers to input, and joke emails from coworkers.
I love it. I love everything about it.
He hasn't told Lois. He knows exactly what would happen. She would be right. She would be happy. She would never let him forget it. And so he keeps the one thing that has made him genuinely content tucked away where she can't reach it. Not out of spite, but out of the last remaining instinct to hold something back.
Ameris Industries? What's that? Shh.
The rebel keeps one secret from his mother. It's the smallest possible rebellion. In the revival, 20 years on, Otto is dead, killed by a puma, apparently quick. Francis and Piyama had reconciled with him before it happened.
He didn't suffer. The puma is very quick and efficient.
Francis is there for Hal and Lois's 40th anniversary, with Piyama doing better. He and Lois have moved past the worst of it. Not clean, but real.
Francis, get me a pair of your mom's granny panties.
Right away, honey.
Francis was born during the wedding, locked his mother out of a car at 4, got sent to military school for doing exactly what he knew would get him sent there, found a mentor who saw him clearly and lost him to a badly written ending, married a woman after a month and made it work, and spent the last episode of the original series sitting on a secret that proved Lois right about everything. That's the whole story. And if you want the whole Malcolm timeline from start to finish, that video is right there.